Corpbiz.
Hello viewers, welcome back to our YouTube channel Corpbiz. Today we will understand what is a Comprehensive Environmental Pollution Index or CEPI and its relevance in environmental clearance process and other compliance applicable to those proponents who wish to start a business in the critically polluted area. So CPCB and IIT Delhi developed a Comprehensive Environmental Pollution Index, which is a composite index used to assess the environmental pollution status of industrial clusters or regions. It helps identify priority areas for pollution control measures, set up pollution control targets, and prioritize the allocation of resources for environmental management. The respective state pollution control board releases the CEPI scores. The pollution control boards and pollution control committees monitors and regulate the pollution levels in the respective regions. After a nationwide environmental assessment of industrial clusters based on CEPI scores, 43 industrial clusters with CEPI scores greater than 70 were identified as critically polluted on a scale of 1 to 100. During 2016, CPCB carried out a revision of the CEPI criteria and conducted another environmental quality monitoring in 100 identified areas across the country based on the revised CEPI criteria, and identified 38 CPAs or critically polluted areas and 31 SPAs or severely polluted areas. After that, the Ministry of Environment imposed a temporary moratorium on the consideration of new projects and expansion of existing projects for environmental clearance in these critically polluted areas. By 2018, based on the progress in the implementation of the action plans that were introduced, the moratoriums were lifted from many regions. This table includes the data updated up to 2018. Now, Ministry of Environment has devised a mechanism for environmental management in critically polluted areas and severely polluted areas for the consideration of projects listed as red and orange categories. Specific protocols were given to the SPCBs and PCCs for the improvement of environmental quality in these areas. For consideration of new projects and expansion of activities listed in the red and orange categories located in CPAs and SPAs, stringent conditions have been recommended. As per the answers presented in the Parliament in 2019, any project or activity in category B1 is to be appraised at the central level if it is located in whole or in part within a 5-kilometer radius from the boundary of a CPA or a SPA. Proposals located in CPAs and SPAs may be examined by the sectoral EACs during the scoping or appraisal stage based on the EPI scores of air, water and land environment as published by the CPCB from time to time. In such proposals, appropriate mitigation measures for the environment possessing a higher CEPI score will be made by the EAC. These recommendations will be mentioned in the terms of reference and the environmental clearance letter awarded to the project proponent. Now that we have understood what were the developments in the CEPI score, let's now understand the environmental management of projects in critically polluted areas and severely polluted areas as per the order of the National Green Tribunal given in 2019. CEPI scores assessments can be used as a warning tool by the state government and the SPCBs concerned. Short-term and long-term action plans were to be formulated to monitor environment data and evaluate CEPI scores that must be placed in the public domain. In case the CEPI scores continue to be in the severe zone, the MoEF&CC will review the action plan of that cluster and impose additional safeguards. Let's now see the safeguards that were placed in the case of severely polluted areas. First is air pollution. Stack emission levels should be stringent than the existing standard. SEMS or Continuous Environment Monitoring System may be installed in all large, medium, red category industries that are air polluting and will be connected to the CPCB and the SPCB servers. Effective fugitive emission control measures must be imposed in the process of transportation of materials by rail or conveyor belt wherever feasible. Encourage the use of cleaner fuels and avoid the usage of pet cokes or furnace oil. Use of best and supercritical technologies such as EAF, SAF or IF in place of cupola furnace. Increase the green belt cover by 40% of the total area beyond the permissible requirement of 33% wherever feasible. Stipulation of green belt outside the project premises. conduct an assessment of the carrying capacity of transportation load on roads inside the industrial premises. Now comes the measures with respect to water. Reuse and recycling of treated wastewater wherever feasible. Continuous monitoring of effluents quality and quantity in large and medium red category industries. Also, in some cases, a detailed water harvesting plan may be required. Working towards zero liquid discharge wherever it is technologically feasible. In case of domestic wastewater generation is more than 10 kiloliters per day, the industrial unit must install a STP. Now, the criteria with respect to land. Increasing the green belt cover by more than 40% of the total area beyond the permissible requirement of 33% wherever feasible for new projects. Stipulation of green belt outside the project's premises. Dumping of waste such as fly ash, slag, red mud, etc. only at designated locations approved by SPCBs and PCCs. More stringent norms for the management of hazardous waste and its co-processing wherever possible. Monitoring of the compliances of environmental clearance conditions may be submitted with a third-party audit every year. The percentage of CER should be at least 1.5 times the slabs given in the Office Memorandum dated 1/5/2018 for the SPAs and 2 times for the CPAs in case of environment clearance. Now, the CEPI score is a composite index that considers various environmental parameters and is based on the algorithms of source, pathway and receptors. CEPI scores can help project proponent identify pollution hotspot, devise measures to monitor pollution and facilitate decision making. As we can see, the CEPI score is an important factor to consider while choosing the location for your project. The CEPI score is an essential tool used by regulatory authorities to determine the suitability of an area for an industrial development and to decide on the issuance of environmental clearance. So, if the site of your proposed project lies in a critically polluted area or a severely polluted area, you can contact our environmental experts from the details shown. We at Corpbiz can assist you in all the pre-feasibility analysis and siting process. So that was all for this video. Please like and share if you found this information helpful. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.